Hey, what's up guys, it's Graphic Phoenix back again with another video today. And today is going to be a filming spree of videos. But this is just going to be one of them. This is May 14th and the 14th episode of May Madness. Today I'm going to be talking about how to prepare your potted plants for planting an aquarium. In this case here, in order to do that, you're going to want a nice waterproof surface. This is actually the top of a Rubbermaid that I just wetted and wiped down. And then obviously a fish tank, as well as a mister, which I'm not going to show you the whole mister, but here's the nozzle right here. That is going to be needed because these are water plants and they do require to be moist at all times. You never want to let these guys dry out. Right after this video, I'm going to be setting up the ADA tank. I have the filter installed and all ready to go, but let's get started on how to repot your plants. In this case, I have Tropica plants. These are the new hot thing out here. First thing you're going to want to do is actually take off this plastic sleeve that it comes in, and you can either push them up, but I just like to go along the line here, and so if I'm getting some crazy reflection, but I just cut it with a razor, open it like so, and you can just pull the plant right out. So that's one. This is a Trident Java Fern. That's the scientific name for those of you wondering. Let it focus there. There you go. Of course, if you're using a razor, you want to be careful not to cut any of the roots or anything like that. That would not be ideal, because your plant will hate you. I'm actually working off the camera, so if it seems like I'm kind of pulling it off to my way, I'm here this way. So that would be why. But this is a Crypt Albita Brown. Very nice looking. Kind of looks like velvet, actually. And I only have one other plant from a guy that I bought from. If you're in Canada, I believe he ships. His name is SKA Shrimps. Go check him out. I'll leave a link in the description. But he's actually where I got all these plants, as well as all the stuff in the setup video. So go check him out. He's a great guy. Ludwigia Halastrius. Now, of course, as I was saying, you want to keep them all wet. So just give them a little misting here. And this is why you're doing it on a waterproof surface, because it keeps life easy. I may well go off camera doing this. I am sorry if I do that. First thing you're going to want to do is, you can see all the rockwool in there. That's what these guys are grown in, and you want to take that out. Simply because it restricts root growth, and clearly the Crypt doesn't have much problem with it, but in a lot of plants it restricts root growth as well as nutrient absorption. So you can just push, and generally they pop out. You can see a little bit of roots, and this is just where you want to be careful. Like, obviously, you're going to be tearing some roots. It's going to happen. But you just want to be as gentle as you can. And this one looks like it was pretty recently put in one of these. So hopefully it'll split fairly easy. And let go of some of the roots. So the lighting is a little bit red or yellow, but that is just going to have to do. You just want to be careful. That's all you want to do. Obviously, there is going to be some root casualties. There's still a little rock wool in there. And if it all doesn't come out, you're not going to harm anything. It's really grabbing on there. You can just leave it. It's not a big deal. And then this allows you to actually separate the plants itself. Now you can actually begin to get individual strands and peel them off. I don't want to separate them too much. I might separate them a little more before I go into the tank, but you saw me remove that one simply because it was actually really easy to remove. And that's what they look like. They're actually grown in dirt generally to start, or soil, whatever you want to call it. How I'm going to preserve these guys, because it's going to be a little bit from me now to me planting, I'm going to be misting down paper towel and keeping them with their identification in some paper towel. This is just standard paper towel. Nothing special. Them down. Put the identification tag with them. Fold them over. And give them a nice hearty misting. Boom. That just buys you some time. As you can see now, zoom out a little bit here. As you can see now, rockwool is off. Net pot is also off. And we have a nicely folded, wrapped plant. This is a crypt. Now this one is going to be a lot harder because you can actually see all the roots coming out the bottom. I can promise you not all of those are going to make it. It's pretty much impossible. While you would love for them to all make it, they're not going to. I've got some scissors. I'm just going to cut around this whole bottom here. So at least we can take off the top of the net pot. Definitely not all of these roots are going to make it. But there's the top half of the net pot. Since the roots are so healthy, I think I'm just going to take a gamble, and because there's no way I'm planting roots that are that long in my tank, I'm just going to take a gamble and cut them off and hope that it pays back by more root growth. But there's no promises here, so if this thing dies, it dies. You can see root ball goes into the garbage. This comes out nice and neat. And here's our crypt right here. Rockwool. Get out of here. That'll generally happen with crypts. They'll melt right when you put them in your tank, and then it'll take them a little while to grow back, but once they do, boy, do they come on strong. Just be prepared for that. I don't want anybody being real worried. And as you can tell, the root system on the crypts are much, much, much more developed than on the Ludwigia there. And you just want to pay attention and go through, grab the rockwool, get as much out as you possibly can. It's not really good for your tank, but it's not going to kill your tank either. So I'm going to come back at you when I got all the rockwool off, and we can do the Java fern. Alrighty, so I got most of it off. Now I'm just going to do the exact same thing as with the other one. Throw it in a paper towel, get it moist. Last but not least, we have the Java fern. The trident Java fern. So I'm not sure if you can see, but it's like really frilly and crazy. And these actually like to be attached to wood, and I have a piece of driftwood, so we'll attach definitely some of it there, and we're just going to plant some of it as well and see how it does planted. So here we are, remove the cup. And as you can tell, its root system is much different than a lot of the other ones. It's like brown and weird. And getting this rockwool off is going to be a pain. So there's a majority of it, but there's also a huge clump left right in the middle. So yeah, you guys know the drill. I am going to take this off and end the video here because you've seen me do it twice, so I'm not going to bore you with doing it the third time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Now you know if you're going to make a planted tank what to do with those potted plants, because a lot of pet stores don't actually tell you to do that. So if you go in and you buy a potted plant and you just stick it in there, chances are it's not going to grow very big, and if it does, it won't be very healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So to end this video, I'm going to ask you guys, if you could have any size tank, what kind of fish would you put in it? That could be a shark or anything. To be honest, I think I would put in... I'd probably have a really huge, like 280-gallon planted tank with a bunch of crazy rainbow fish. Anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, drop a like down below. Leave the answer to that question in the comments, as well as subscribe to my channel for more videos of plants, reptiles, and aquariums. Thanks for watching, guys. Graphic Phoenix, out of here.